Let's talk about education. How many students stay in their countries and goes to university? And how many students decide to go to study abroad? What are their reasons to leave their countries and what are their future plans? First of all, let's take a look at a few students from United States and Italy and their reasons to study in China.
I chose this place to study because they were offering a scholarship for American students to study here.
Actually, I didn't choose this place. I study languages in Italy, German, Chinese and English, and my Chinese teacher got this opportunity and just told us, so we arrived in China.
Actually, I started to study Chinese in Italy, and then after I graduated, they told me there was to be a chance for a scholarship in China, and I like to travel, so I thought I say, why not? Let's try.
I actually got a scholarship to study here from my university because my university, Iowa State University in the U.S., is a sister school. So they work together. I got a scholarship to come over here and study Chinese.
As you may see, it's very convenient for students from United States and Italy to study in China because of a scholarship their university is offering them. And now we'll see students from different countries and their different reasons to study in China.
Вся моя семья училась за границей, и меня также отправили учиться в Китай. Честно сказать, меня отправил мой университет в Ланчжоу, поэтому выбора у меня не было.
I choose Lanzhou because it was one of the most interesting places in China to learn more about the language first and about the culture because it's still a very small city compared to the other city all around China.
Потому что здесь хорошо преподают китайский язык. Мне посоветовали, что здесь я наберу нужный уровень и получу хорошие знания.
After China, I have 2 more years to study in the United States. After graduation, I plan on looking for a job in China.
I really don't know because this is like my gap here in China. So coming back, I have to decide to continue my studying, doing master, or just start to work. So it's a hard question.
In January, I will come back to my country, and in March, I will start my master.
So after China, I still have about a year and a half of college before I can graduate. And then once I graduate, hopefully looking for a job in China.
After China, I plan on going back to America because I still have 2 more years left of my major. And after that, maybe come back to China.
После Китая я планирую устроиться на работу и выйти замуж. Сейчас я учу китайский язык, после окончания языкового курса я планирую поступить на
It's a good question. I plan to stay between 3 to 4 years in China and then maybe I'm going to go back in Europe or maybe try to go in USA. I don't really know.
Для начала нужно получить уровень 4 HSK, затем выбрать нужную для меня специальность. Я думаю пойти думаю стать переводчиком.
Because, China is everywhere, Chinese products are everywhere, so yeah, that's why I want to study Chinese language and then graduate Chinese university so I can get a really good diploma and maybe get a good career.
While available statistics on study abroad might still be limited, there are some notable studies on study abroad like 97% of study abroad students found employment within 12 months of graduation, when only 49% of college graduates found employment in the same period. That means they were twice as likely to find a job. 25% higher starting salaries. That's how much more study abroad students earn than those college graduates who do not study abroad.
All my life I wanted to study abroad, and all my life I got this opportunity like 4 times. First time is when I was about 4 years old. I went to America with my parents to live there for a year and something. We lived in state of Kansas, in Kansas City, and actually I wasn't studying much, but I used to like go to American kindergarten, and that was quite a good time. Then I went back to Kazakhstan at the age of 5, and then the next chance to visit Europe was when I was about 12 years old. So me and my family again went to United Kingdom, London, and I lived there for a year, and I actually was studying there in a, basic London school, nothing special. So I just went to middle school in London for a year, from grade 8 to grade 9, probably something like that. So at that age I already knew that I don't want to study in Kazakhstan, because maybe it's just my opinion, or I don't know, I just really personally think that there is not much of a future for me if I graduate Kazakhstan University. So that's why I wanted to study abroad. Plus, I just really like to travel. So then at the age of 13, me and my parents came back to Kazakhstan, definitely. And at the age of 18, I got the second chance to travel to China to learn Chinese language. And then I make a decision for myself that I want to apply for a Chinese university, not a Kazakhstan university. Well, it is kind of hard to study like a completely foreign language, not English, not Russian, not something like from Europe, but Chinese, like with characters. It's totally different, and it is very hard. But I think it is totally worth it, because, China is everywhere, Chinese products are everywhere.
Hello everyone, I am Ingrim and I am 20 years old, and this is my documentary review. While I was studying my last year of high school, I thought about education a lot. I thought a lot about studying abroad or studying in my country or about my profession. But it was always the right decision for me to go to study abroad. I always wanted it, and I started to search universities and countries. First thing was where to study, like which country. Malaysia, USA, Europe a lot, and I stopped on Europe. I don't know why, but it was the right decision to make. So I stopped on a few universities. 3 of them was in Belgium and 1 of them was in Austria. 3 of them was Ghent University, Brussels University and Antwerpen University. And 4th university was Vienna University. So the first thing I had to do is upload all my documents and send it to European Commission. What was a big problem, because they are very slow in their moves and answers and everything. In the end, I was accepted in 2 universities, it's Antwerpen University and Vienna University, and I decided to go to Antwerpen University. Even if I didn't know anything about this city and anything about this university, I just knew that it is a great university to study. So I went there, and the first year I had to study Dutch language to then study in university in Dutch language, of course. And education system wasn't there to fail us and for us to take the course again, because we have to pay again the same amount of money. It's like 5,000 euro, and that wasn't nice, and education system wasn't nice, because it was just like you're coming to class and you're just listening to one thing. It wasn't just even listening, it was just like one explanation, and then you have to do the rest on your own. You have to study and find everything on your own, and that's how you're studying Dutch language. So in the end, everyone was failing, and at the same time there was attacks on Paris, and the government of Belgium didn't give me like permit for study there, so I had to go back to Kazakhstan. So after coming back to Kazakhstan, I thought a lot about where I go next, what is my next step, which university and which country again. And I stopped on Malaysia or Singapore, but first I was thinking a lot about China, because a lot of Kazakhstan students nowadays go to China to study, and it's amazing education system in China, but first year or year and a half you have to study Chinese, then to study university. And I didn't want to spend more time on studying languages. I know already a lot, and that's enough for me for now. I wanted to study in English. So I decided to go to Malaysia. So after deciding to go to Malaysia, I was thinking a lot about which university or which program. Anyway, I have to go to foundation, there's no other way. So I was looking to universities, I went to different university fairs in my city, and I stopped on Taylor's University because it is #1 university in Malaysia. And after deciding on university, it was very easy to do every next step after that. The step to study there in university college. I came into Malaysia and now I'm studying on CPU program in Taylor's College. And the thing about studying abroad, why I decided to study abroad, is because I don't have a real good future in my country. If I'm studying in my country and then I'm working in my country, there's no not as big salary as you may think it is. And if I study abroad and if I have a PhD abroad, if I have master's degree abroad, there's much more chance to have a better job and better salary and better future. And even if I stay abroad, it's also better than if I go back to Kazakhstan. So that's why I decided to study abroad. That is my reason, and that is the reason of the most students who study abroad